FM, I beg to differ. The Tournament of Champions.
Welcome back to this second debate of the day and the final in the round.
In the round of 16.
In the round of 16. After this one, there are 8 qualifiers for the quarterfinals. We've seen 7, and this will be the 8th. It is here. And this is an interesting debate that sees a return.
Yeah.
Let Maryann do the honors yet again.
Well, I think the question for this very last debate for the round of 16 is who will be the last man standing? Well, let's meet our debaters. We're going to start with Ofoma Emmanella.
Is Ofoma Emmanella Chinaza, 15-year-old and SS3 student of Odogunyan Senior Grammar School. What inspired me to join I Beg to Differ debate tournament? To improve competition. What else? Connections, openness, just to be out there.
Okay.
I like how already
He's out there.
Lagos welcome once again Ofoma Emmanella Chinaza of Odogunyan Senior Grammar School. She's 15. She's an SS3 student there. Welcome, Emmanella. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
It's so good to see you again.
Yes.
Yeah, you were brilliant last time out.
Thank you, sir.
How are you feeling today?
Pumped up.
Pumped up.
Oh, I love it.
Brilliant. Her opponent, and this will interest you, Lagos. It sees the return of one whom many had hoped to see again. Here she is.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is Chalokwu, Naomi.
My name is Chalokwu Naomi Chukwufunaya, a 15-year-old student of United Senior High School. So I decided to join the I Beg to Differ debate tournament after one of my friends told me about it. So I made up my mind to join to improve better.
She is the proud beneficiary of the wild card opportunity. Chalokwu Naomi Chukwufunaya of United Senior High School, 15 years of age, SS3 student. She lost her first debate narrowly. She was saved by the bell, brought back by the wild card, and here she sits again for another opportunity. Welcome, Naomi.
Thank you, sir.
It's so good to see you in the studio. How did you feel when you first got that call that you are back in the tournament?
I felt happy.
Oh, I know.
I feel happy for you too. Welcome. Are you ready for this one?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Both of these young lads are brilliant. Same age, same class, different schools. Ofoma Emmanella Chinaza is from Odogunyan Senior Grammar School. Chalokwu Naomi Chukwufunaya is from United Senior High School. They're both 15. They're both SS3 students.
Yeah.
Who's supporting the motion today?
I.
Good.
Okay.
So, Naomi is supporting the motion. Emmanella is opposing the motion. We will save time and go straight into the debate.
All right, ladies, you both have 4 minutes. Are you ready?
Yes, Mom.
All right, Naomi, you have 4 minutes and it starts now.
In a world where online safety is increasingly under threat, one question remains: should parents have access to their teenage children's social media accounts? The answer is yes. The internet is a powerful tool, but it's also a double-edged sword. As parents, it is our responsibility to ensure that our children wield it wisely. With this, I say good day, Mr. Chairman, for the adjudicators, viewers watching and listening, and my opponent. My name is Chalokwu Naomi from United Senior High School, and I am here to strongly support the motion. Parents should have access to their teenage children's social media accounts. Social media accounts are platforms that allows for communication and hate interaction among individuals. However, if they are to be used by teenage children, parental access is important. To begin with, safety and protection. Parents should monitor their child's online activity to ensure their safety from cyberbullying and other potential threats. A Pew Research Center survey in year 2018 shows that 34% of teenagers have experienced online harassment and 15% of them have been bullied online. Secondly, early detection. Parents who have access to their teenage children's social media accounts can help detect online harassment and take action to prevent it. Next, to prevent online mistakes. Parental access is needed to guide their child to avoid posting content that could harm their future or reputation. Also, identifying illegal activities. Unfortunately, some children may engage in illegal activities, including cyberbullying and sexting. By monitoring teenagers' social media accounts, parents can watch out for any illegal activity and report it before it gets out of hand. A Pew Research Center survey in year 2015 shows that 54% of teenagers have received explicit messages and images, and 21% of them have sent explicit messages. Moreover, it helps build trust. Accessing teenagers' social media accounts can help build trust between parents and teenagers. Parental involvement in their children's online activity is necessary, as children are more likely to open up and share concerns with their parents. Research conducted by the American Psychological Association in year 2017 shows that 70% of teenagers says that open communication with their parents helps build trust. Next, to protect kids from online predators. Online predators are everywhere. They often prey on children, pretending to be someone they are not. Parents can help detect suspicious messages and interactions and teach their children about the dangers of sharing personal information online. Moreover, it's a way to monitoring their mental health. Teens are notoriously private. As parents, it may feel like they have closed themselves off from us completely. While there is no substitute for talking with them, paying attention to what they post, share, and like on social media provides a valuable insight into the state of their well-being and mental health, so we can step in if needed. Also, to encourage responsible online behavior. By monitoring teenage children's social media accounts, parents can encourage responsible online behavior and teach their children about digital citizenship. Furthermore, it provides an opportunity for education. Parental access to their teenage children's social media accounts provides an opportunity for parents to educate their children about online safety, digital citizenship, media literacy, and critical thinking skills. Also, to prevent excessive use of social media by teenage children. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, excessive use of social media by teenage children can interfere with sleep and face-to-face social interactions. Teens who spend more time on social media platforms are more likely to experience depression and anxiety. Also, to support school and community efforts. Parental access to their teenage children's social media accounts can support school and community efforts to promote online safety and prevent cyberbullying. In addition, bridging digital divide. Parental access to their teenage children's social media accounts can help bridge the digital divide between parents and teenagers. By doing so, parents can better understand their teenagers' online experiences and challenges, and also stay up to date with the latest online risks and trends. In the words of Albert Einstein, the most important thing is not to stop questioning. Let us question how we can best keep our teenagers safe online and find answers through parental access to social media accounts. Thank you.
Lovely. Lovely.
Beautiful opening by Ofoma, Emmanella, Chinaza pardon me, that's Chalokwu, Naomi, Chukwufunaya of United Senior High School. Well done, Naomi. She's 15. Remember, it's time now for her opponent, who's also 15, Ofoma, Emmanella Chinaza of Odogunyan Senior Grammar School, to deliver her presentation remarks, which are opening round. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Beautiful.
All right, so Ofoma, you have 4 minutes. And it starts now.
Just like a bird cannot fly if its wings are constantly clipped, teenagers cannot develop independence if their digital privacy is stripped away under the guise of protection. If parents demand access to social media accounts, where does this evasion of privacy stop? Should they also listen in on conversations, phone calls, or read their teenagers' personal journals? Good the moderators, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debater, ever-attentive audience. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ofoma Emmanella Chinaza, a student of Odogunyan Senior Grammar School, and a strong opposer of the motion that parents should have access to their teenagers' social media accounts. While parental guidance is necessary, granting unrestricted access to the teenagers' personal conversations, thoughts, and interactions will only do more harm than good. How? To begin with, it encourages secretive behavior. A mother ban has some from using TikTok, but guess what? Instead of stopping, he used the school's laptop to access TikTok, even going as far as using VPN to create fake accounts on TikTok. If teenagers feel they are being constantly monitored, they may create fake accounts or find other ways to hide their online activities, making it harder for their parents to truly protect them. So it's a violation of privacy rights. Teenagers, just like adults, have a right to privacy. Countries like Germany allow teenagers to manage their own digital content from as little as 14, recognizing that privacy is a fundamental right, not a privilege granted by parents. It affects independence. You cannot learn how to swim if you are not allowed in the water. We must ask ourselves, do we want teenagers who can think for themselves, or teenagers who only act when they are told what to do? By constantly monitoring their digital affairs, parents strip teenagers of the ability to make independent choices and to develop responsible decision-making skills. For the exploitation from interpretation, the rapid evolution of Gen Z slangs has left parents scrambling to code words like sauce, riz, and buzzing, highlighting the changes keeping up with their teenagers' vernacular. This constant struggle to interpret digital and teenage words would only to false accusations and unnecessary restrictions, making parental access more of a problem than a solution. 5. It creates a false sense of security. A shepherd who counts his sheep but doesn't check the fence still loses them. Granting parents access to their teenagers' social media accounts doesn't necessarily keep them safe. Cyberbullies, predators, and harmful content will not go away just because a parent has access to their teenagers' social media accounts. In reality, real safety comes from education and awareness, not surveillance. 6. It encourages performative behavior. A person who wears a mask for too long will one day forget how his own face looks like. When teenagers know their parents can watch their every move, they may start to create fake versions of themselves, only posting what they think their parents want to see. Over time, they may struggle with self-identity, not knowing who they truly are. This can affect their self-esteem and lead to emotional imbalance from pretending. 7. It affects their mental health. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Adolescent Health found that teenagers with overprotective parents are 40% more likely to develop depression and anxiety from the pressure of constant surveillance. 8. It silences young voices. Teenagers nowadays use their social media platforms to speak out on issues like human rights, climate change, gender equality, and political reforms. When parents have access to their teenagers' social media accounts, they may not agree with them on some issues and therefore make it hard for their teenagers to express them. In conclusion, granting parents access to teenagers' social media accounts is just like closing the door while leaving the window wide open. It is merely an illusion of control. Real safety comes from education, trust, and open communication, not surveillance. Parents should not have access to their teenagers' social media accounts. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wow. Okay.
Well, if ever there was a brilliant opener on both sides, well, this would be the day. Well done, both of you. We just had Ofoma Emmanella Chinaza of Odogunyan Senior Grammar School, 15 years of age, SS3 student there. And before her, you had Chalokwu Naomi Chukwufunaya of United Senior High School, also 15, also in SS3. And the topic has been parents should have access to their teenage children's social media accounts. Naomi, who supported that motion, Emmanella, whom you just heard, opposed it. We will now go for a break. When we come back, it will be time for us to get ready for the rebuttal rounds between these two brilliant students. Stick with us.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's pioneer e-commerce platform for pre-owned gadgets. They are Nigeria's home of gadgets with warranties, where you can purchase all your favorite devices and quality accessories, both brand new and pre-owned. You can also trade in your older devices for a newer model in a simple and convenient way. With offline and pickup stores in Ikeja, Lekki, Abuja, and Benin, Obiwizi delivers nationwide. On Instagram at Obiwizi backup page, on X at Obiwizi, email address info@obiwizi.com, or go to the website at www.obiwizi.com.
All right, welcome back. We're in the final stages The last debate for the round of 16 between Ofoma Emmanella and Chalokwu Naomi. It's about time for us to go into the second round, obviously, where the rebuttals will happen. Femi.
The topic, once again, is parents should have access to their teenage children's social media accounts. Parents should have access to their teenage children's social media accounts. Naomi is supporting that motion. Emmanella is opposing it. For this round, we'll flip the script, and the motion opposer will go first.
All right, you still have 4 minutes in this round. Ofoma, are you ready? Your 4 minutes starts now.
All protocols duly observed, I remain Ofoma Emmanella Chinaza, strong opposer of the motion that parents should have access to their teenagers' social media account. With all due respect to my opponent, while her argument may seem reasonable, it doesn't look into the real consequences. It doesn't look into the real issue at hand. As the idiom goes, not all that glitters is gold. Now let me tell you why her stance and her arguments are flawed. To begin with, my opponents mentioned that granting parents access to their teenagers' social media account will give them safety and protection. She mentioned cyberbullying. I'll have you know that cyberbullying, granting parents access to their teenagers' social media account doesn't stop cyberbullying. A study by Common Sense Media shows that over 60% of teenagers will not report cyberbullying even though their accounts are being monitored. Why? Because they fear punishment. Instead of spying on them, why not teach them resilience? Teach them open communication instead. Also, my opponents mentioned that it would help early detection. That's online predators. Online predators do not attack in broad daylight. They lurk in the shadows. Granting parents access to their teenagers' social media accounts will not stop online predators. Rather, they'll push the teenagers far away from their parents, making them hide. Instead of spying on them, teach them digital safety so that when these online predators come, they'll be able to attack them themselves. Also, my opponents mentioned identifying illegal activities. That's online scammers. This is a noble thought, but a false hope. Why? Because most online scams do not happen through direct messaging. They happen through external links. They happen through social media influencers. They happen through job offers. In 2022, a 16-year-old in the UK lost €2,000 due to online scams, even though his parents were monitoring his social media account. Why? Because online scammers do not need access to your messaging. They need access to your ignorance. Also, my opponents mentioned that it builds trust. This is hilarious. It is so absurd. It's just like saying, I stole your diary so that we can bond better. If trust really is the focus, parents should start by listening, not by spying on their teenagers. Also, my opponents mentioned that granting parents access to their teenagers' social media account monitor their mental health. I beg to differ, and it's not even humbly, because granting parents access to their teenagers' social media accounts will not help their mental health. It's parents, if they truly want to support the mental health of their child, they should start by being approachable, not turning themselves into digital prison warders. Do you think a child who is suffering from depression will go to his main social media page and post, "Dear diary, I am depressed"? No, they will speak to teenagers like them, use anonymous forums, or even worse, suffer in silence. So my opponent, tell me now, is parental access a cure or a curse? I think you know the answer to that question. Also, my opponent mentioned it encourages responsible online behavior. Let's be honest, how many parents today truly understand how social media works? I mean, how can a father who doesn't know how to swim teach his child how to dive? It is impossible. Granting parents access to their teenagers' social media account will not encourage responsible behavior. Let's be true to ourselves. How many adults today did reckless things as teenagers that their parents know nothing about, and yet they turned out fine? Supervision should not turn to suffocation. Also, my opponents mentioned that it helps depression and depression and anxiety is also under mental health. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, what we need is not parental access but parental understanding. Instead of handcuffing our teenagers to our fears, why not equip them with the wisdom to navigate this online world themselves? Once again, parents should not have access to their teenagers' social media accounts. Thank you.
All right.
That was Ofoma Emmanella Chinaza of Odogunyan Senior Grammar School. Her rebuttal round, she's 15, she's in SS3. Parents should have access to their teenage children's social media accounts. She is opposing that motion. Her opponent is the motion supporter, Chalokwu Naomi Chukwufunaya of United Senior High School.
All right. It's time for us to go to the next debater, and that is Chalokwu Naomi. You have 4 minutes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your 4 minutes start now.
My name is Chalokwu Naomi, and I am back to refute my opponent's point. My opponent made mention of invasion of privacy. According to Dr. Maryann Rosen, a psychologist and expert on the effect of technology on children, accessing teenage children's social media accounts is not an invasion of privacy, but a necessary step to ensure their safety online. I would like to ask my opponent, don't you think that social media accounts are already invading your privacy by collecting your data and using it to create targeted ads? If you are concerned about your parents not having access to your social media account, shouldn't you be more concerned about the corporations that are monitoring your online activities? Isn't it better to have your parents involved in it to help you navigate through? Also, you mentioned it leads to secrecy behavior. Parental access to their teenage children's social media account does not promote secrecy. Rather, it helps to promote trust. No parent will want their child to be exposed to online risk. Therefore, they need to have access to their teenage children's social media account. You made mention that parental access may not stop online risk like cyberbullying. According to Cyberbullying Research Center in year 2018, studies shows that parental access to their teenage children's social media account will reduce the likelihood of cyberbullying by 40% compared to those who without parental access with 55%. Also, he said that it affects independence. How does parental access affect independence? According to the U.S. Surgeon General and the American Psychological Association, they recommend parental access to their teenage children's social media accounts, especially for young teens aged 10 to 14 years. So, when parents access their teenage children's social media accounts, it does not affect their independence. They still have their right to make their own decisions. You mentioned false sense of security. No parent will want to invade the security of their child. Parental access to their teenage children's social media accounts is not a false sense of security. What parents are trying to do is to safeguard the rights of their children online and protect them from potential risks such as cyberbullying and online predators. You mentioned that it affects their mental health. Parental access to their teenage children's social media account does not affect their mental health. Rather, it helps them to maintain an healthy balance on their online and offline life. Take an instance. If a child is permitted to access their account 247 in a day, their performance in school will reduce. And with parental access to their teenage children's social media accounts, they can watch out for their children's performance in school and also safeguard their children. You mentioned misinterpretation and silent young voices. Parental access to their teenage children's social media account does not silence young voices. Parental access doesn't stop children from posting or sharing what they feel. Rather, when parents access their teenage children, they help to correct wrong posts that their teenage children might post. And in addition to my point, a Google app called the Family Link app is designed to help parents keep their family safe online. The Google app, the Family Link, is designed to help parents monitor, access, and control their teenagers' online activity, and also helps parents to ensure an healthy balance in their teenagers' online and offline life. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
It brings us to the end of the second round of this debate. We just had Naomi Chukwufunaya Chalokwu of United Senior High School, 15 years of age. Before her, you heard her opponent, Ofoma Emmanella Chinaza of Odogunyan Senior Grammar School. Brilliant. We'll take one quick break. When we come back off this break, it will be time for the closing arguments of these two bright young debaters. Stay with us.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I Beg to Differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Tollywood College is a modern co-educational day school poised to provide a perfect learning environment for students between the ages of 10 and 16. We are dedicated to innovation and excellence in teaching and learning. An experience like no other at Tollywood College, where potentials are unlocked and given premium value. For inquiries, kindly contact us at the email address info@tollywoodcollege.com or go to the website at www.tollywoodcollege.com. You could also go to the physical address to see things for yourself at kilometer 43 Lekki Ekpe Expressway by Canaan Land Estate, Shongo Tedo, Aja, Lagos. Rest assured, we will be waiting.
The Tournament of Champions. It's I Beg to Differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Maryann, into the final round we go.
Yes, of course. And in this round, our debaters have 3 minutes each. And most importantly, you're not making new points. Your job is to convince the judges that you are supporting or opposing this motion with your 2 feet planted in the ground.
You're looking out for your style. Thank you to all who've joined us on radio or via the Nigeria Info app, or who are joining us on Kids FM or the Kids FM app on the Play Store for iOS or whichever you get your stuff from. Also, everyone who's joined us on YouTube and Facebook. We look forward to taking some of your comments right after this, and some phone calls, some WhatsApp messages as well.
Yes, if time permits us. And so we go straight into the closing arguments. We're going to revert back to status quo. So we're going to come back to the motion supporter as she gives her closing arguments. Remember, you have 3 minutes. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your 3 minutes starts now.
According to social media statistics, 13% of teens said were targets for online harassment. 43% of teenage children said that they would change their online behavior when they know that their parents are watching them. 29% of teenage children are being stalked by a stranger, someone they don't know. And 33% of internet-initiated sex crimes involve social networking sites. These statistics demonstrate the essence of parental access to their teenage children's social media accounts and the need for parental involvement in their children's online activity. As I have argued that this access allows parents to monitor their child's online activity, identify potential risks, support school and community efforts, provide guidance for responsible online behavior, provides opportunity for education. My opponent, an historical evidence by the Children's Online Privacy and Protection Act of 1998. This U.S. law requires websites and online services to obtain parental consent before collecting personal information from children under the age of 13. This law acknowledges the importance of parental involvement in their children's online life. While my opponent may argue that parental access infringes on children's privacy, leads to secrecy behavior, it affects independence and false sense of security, I firmly believe that parents has a responsibility that is protecting their children. And this access is a necessary tool. According to the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, non-parental access to their teenage children's social media account will lead to cyberbullying, which is a risk factor for depression. In conclusion, I urge parents to take an active role in monitoring their child's online activity. Let us work together to create a safer community for all. In the words of Martin Luther, we must build dikes of courage to hold back the flood of fear. Let us build dikes of protection around our children, safeguarding their online experiences and ensuring their well-being. Ladies and gentlemen, worthy adjudicators, dear moderators, and my opponents, I have presented compelling arguments and statistics that support my debate topic. Therefore, I firmly believe with this irresistible point of mine, I have been able to make it crystal clear to you, strongly supporting the motion. Parents should have access to their teenage children's social media accounts. Thank you for listening.
All right, thank you.
She's only 15. Chalokwu Naomi Chukwufunaya of United Senior High School. She's in her final year there, and she's done her part as brilliantly as she could muster. It is now in the hands of her opponent, 15-year-old Ofoma Emmanella Chinaza of Odogunyan Senior Grammar School.
Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Your 3 minutes starts now.
A bird that is caged for too long forgets how to fly, and a teenager that is watched too closely forgets how to think. Ladies and gentlemen, my opponent has argued that parent access to teenagers' social media accounts is necessary for safety, but I ask you, at what cost? Imagine a child once filled with curiosity and trust, now forced into secrecy. Instead of learning responsibility, they learn to hide. Instead of confiding in their parents, they trust them. Trust is like a mirror. Once broken, it can never reflect the same. Surveillance doesn't foster safety, it fosters rebellion. It does not create protection, it creates a false sense of security. The statistics speak for themselves. 72% of teenagers will not report cyberbullying because they fear punishment. Teenagers with overprotective parents are 60% more likely to engage in risky online behaviors. These are not just numbers. These are real children, real lives, real consequences. You do not teach a child to walk by carrying them forever. We do not prepare our teenagers for the real world by constantly watching their every move. We prepare them by guiding, by trusting, and by educating. A teenager who grows up under constant surveillance will one day go out into the real world, unexperienced, unprepared, and desperate for freedom. To the judges, I ask, would you rather raise a child who is responsible or a child who is afraid? Because in the end, the greatest danger is not what they see online, but who they become when they are never given the opportunity to make decisions for themselves. When you tighten your grip on sand, it slips through your fingers. The more we try to control our teenagers, the more we lose them. Let us choose trust over fear. Trust over fear, guidance over control, and freedom over surveillance, because a teenager who is trusted will grow up to become an adult who is trustworthy. Thank you.
And so the debate ends between these two brilliant debaters, Maryann. Ofoma Emmanella Chinaza of Odogunyan Senior Grammar School and Chalokwu Naomi Chukwufunaya of United Senior High School, both 15, both in SS3, both bright minds, both top quality debaters any day.
And both vying for the same position in the quarterfinals.
But there is room for only one. And we'll find out who that one would be in just a moment.
Diamonds and Pearls Travels is a multi-award winning company whose aim is to demystify travel, make it affordable and accessible by providing seamless travel service like flights, hotels, tours, transfers, packages, visa assistance, cruises, and so much more. And this Easter, Diamonds and Pearls Travels have 2 destinations for families where they are guaranteed to have maximum fun because they have selected 2 destinations that will wow you and your kids. And they call it Easterlicious in Qatar from the 16th to 23rd of April, and also Easterlicious in Egypt from the 15th to 21st of April. These La Familia packages are for only families with children. So daddies and mommies, for inquiries or booking, call Diamonds and Pearls Travels on 0902 521 5421. Again, 0902 521 5421, or you can call 0813 741 2306, 0813 741 2306. So what are you waiting for? Be part of this beautiful experience. Diamonds and Pearls Travel Limited are proud sponsors of I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt.
Thank you, Diamonds and Pearls Travel. Our airline partners, our flight partners, to be precise. Special thanks to our supporters and sponsors, Obi, Wheezy, Chrisland Schools, and our prize money sponsor, Tollywood College. The time has now come for the verdict, but just before that, the Diction coach Yvonne Ohaifo for her assessments.
Thank you, Femi. Thank you. Well done, ladies. Great job, both of you. I'll start with you, Naomi. Well done. You say aid, not hate, okay? Aid interaction, not hate interaction, okay? So don't insert an H where there isn't any, and then, take away the H where there should be one, all right? You say predator, not predator. Both of you, Naomi and young lady, Naomi and Emmanella, you say predator, not predator, okay? You say use a before words that start with consonants. Use an before words that start with vowels. So you say a healthy balance, not unhealthy balance, okay? Because healthy starts with a consonant H, all right? You say silence young voices, not silent young voices. Silent is an adjective, silence is a verb, all right? You also say, again, what I said about using a before consonants and an before vowels. You said an historical evidence. You meant to say a historical, all right? You also say psychiatry, not psychiatry. Psychiatry, you say adolescent, both of you, not adolescent, adolescent, both of you, okay? Irresistible, not irresistible, irresistible. All right, I'll come to you now, Emmanella. Guidance, there is no I after the first I, not guidance, guidance, okay? Guidance. Performative, not performative, performative. You say honest, not honest. Honest, there is no such word as unexperienced. It is inexperienced. Okay? Inexperienced. Honest. Illegal, not illegal. Illegal. Okay? And you teach them resilience, not resilient. Resilient is the adjective. Oh, you're quite resilient. I love your resilience. That's the noun. Do you see the difference? Femi, for want of time, I'm going to stop here. Over to you and Maryann.
All right, in view of our time, and
Yes.
we've thank you very much, Yvonne. We've run entirely out of it.
Yes.
Let's go straight into the result. The judges have scored this last debate thus. In the presentation round, Judge Yvonne has it at 10-8, Judge Ofoma has it at 10-8, and Chief Judge Chike has it at 10-9 for Naomi. Naomi takes the first round. The rebuttal round, Judge Yvonne has it as a tie. Judge Ofoma has it as 10-9. And Chief Judge Chike has it as 10-8 for Emmanella. Emmanella takes the second round 30-27. Naomi took the first round 30-25. So it's a swing of 2 points. Bringing us to the third round and Diction scoring. For the third round, the judges are unanimous and they give it as a tie. And for Diction scoring, Yvonne gives it as a tie, meaning the winner of this debate is Chalokwu Naomi Chukwufunaya of United Senior High School by 97 points to 95. That is the result, Lagos. We've run out of time. Congratulations to Naomi.
Well done.
Well done to Emmanella. And let's just say we'll be here on Friday to have the conversations surrounding everything that you've seen this week. That will be at 3 p.m.
tomorrow.
on Friday.
See you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.